Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a project that I've been working on for January. It's a simple style of art that I've seen a lot around this time of year, and it ties into the cityscape series from previous. Inspired by this YouTube video I came across, I decided to create my own version of it and share it with you. The concept is simple, using my parents' home as reference to create a digital painting to become a silkscreen print, but I'm also trying my hand at making it into a sticker as well. I'm curious to see if I can silkscreen onto clear vinyl to create my own custom stickers. So let's get started on this project. Hello and welcome. My name is Diette. It's Tuesday, January 17th, as I edit this episode with my sidekicks Basil and Buddy, which is sitting on the chair there. But before we jump into the project, I have an update on ChatGPT. Yep, it looks like the AI is at capacity and can't handle the server loads. It began with frequent glitches where the output would stall partway through. I discovered that by typing into the prompt, "you stopped," the AI would continue typing from this glitch. Then I lost the history of all my previous conversations, so I could no longer retrieve ongoing chats, but I could still start a new one. However, a couple of times the system would crash on me and post a hosting error indicating that server couldn't handle the number of users, and eventually the system became completely inaccessible. On the bright side today, I was able to access ChatGPT again with warnings about high demand issues. Logic tells me that once the initial hype dies down and hosting services are upgraded to handle the usage, these type of errors will eventually dissipate. So please don't let these issues discourage you from trying out the service. It may be a good idea to keep an extra document to copy ChatGPT output in case you need to refer back to it or refine the content. For this project, as I mentioned, I wanted to use my parents' house as the inspiration for this silkscreen print. Some of you may recognize it from my previous sketches. First, I started by creating a new Photoshop file and began with the outline of the house. I spent quite some time on this. In fact, my screen recording failed partway through and I lost a ton of footage. Let's just say I wasn't too happy about that. The drawing itself is very simple, so despite losing most of the creation footage, it should be fairly easy for you to replicate. For the color scheme, I decided to choose only 3 ink colors, black, white, and red. I'm hoping to achieve the darker brown shade by overlaying the black layer onto the red. That's the plan anyway. Clearly, I still need to work through my exposure times. While this image is much better than some of my previous attempts, I still have a lot of room for improvement. Overall, I need to work on the page alignment too, but there is a part of me that really enjoys it when it's offset slightly. It feels handmade versus manufactured, and it makes each piece unique. I noticed that the front door detail gets lost on some of the prints, which is likely caused by a combination of uneven pressure on the squeegee and dried ink possibly clogging up and preventing the ink from passing through. The prints I've created so far are fairly simple images, intentionally because of this learning curve. I believe that the simplicity lends well to appreciating these types of imperfections. However, eventually I would like to print more detailed imagery, which will be less forgiving, so I need to acknowledge how I can improve. Vinyl is a tricky fickle. I purchased a roll of clear vinyl from the dollar store. You may have noticed my struggles with the roll. It was difficult to find a completely flat area to cut, let alone align it for inking. Hindsight, I should have taped them down onto my cutting mat as I did for this stage. Overall, though, they did ink well, so this is a method that I can use again in the future. As you can imagine, the ink easily scratches off the vinyl surface, so I will need to seal it in some way. I used 2 different products, Matte Medium and Mod Podge. The Matte Medium has a matte finish and the Mod Podge has a glossy finish, and both products worked well in protecting the image overall. I have to be mindful with the application because brush strokes are visible and the ink below, it softens quickly, so I have to watch for color streaking. Obviously, these are very large stickers. Ideally, they would be about 1/4 of the size that they are now, but I wanted to use the same templates just for experimenting. Knowing that this does work, though, opens up some new possibilities for future projects or products. That's it. This month's mail of the month was a 5x7 print along with these 2 stickers. If you're interested in this project or joining my mail club, head over to my website, diette.ca. See you next time, and thanks for watching.